Hey, welcome back everyone. Again, I'm Brad from iBUYPOWER. This is part 2 of the Asus ROG Ultimate Build-Off. In part 1, we checked out the motherboard and CPU from our Ultimate PC. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure to go give it a look. There's a lot of cool information about the features of the ROG motherboard that we're using. After that, we're gonna go through all of the rest of the sort of go fast parts for our Ultimate PC. Let's start with the obvious one. It's a gaming PC. You gotta have a gaming graphics card. That's right here. That's the ROG Strix RTX 2070. This is a factory overclocked edition, so we get a little bit more performance out of it. 1080p, 1440p, even some 4K gaming on the highest settings. You know, whatever you're gonna throw at it, 2070 is gonna do that for you. We got this really nice big triple fan cooler that's got copper heat pipes, so it's gonna run cooler and quieter. You know, a good feature for your gaming PC. Next up, we have the power supply. This is actually pretty cool. This is the new ROG Thor 850 watt platinum power supply. You know, 850 watt platinum power supplies, you've had those before, but what this one has, which is super neat, is there's actually an integrated OLED display in the power supply. So when we get this hooked up in our machine, it's gonna actually show the real-time power usage in this little display. So later on when we do our actual build, you'll be able to see that. It's pretty cool. It comes with fully sleeved cables, so we get some really clean cable management. You know, none of those like rat's nest kind of setups. Like, you know, everything's gonna be super clean. All right, next up we have the cooling for our 9900K. That's gonna be the ROG Ryou 240. It's a 240 millimeter closed loop liquid cooler. It's got braided sleeve tubing, really nice pump with a copper cold plate. One of the really cool things about this, just like our power supply, actually the cap of the pump here has an integrated OLED display. This one, by default, is gonna just show the ROG logo, but you can customize it to show your own custom images, CPU temperatures, a few different things in the software. So that's gonna look really cool. And combined with the screen on the motherboard and the screen on the power supply, we do get a lot of like interesting little readouts where, you know, we don't need to like have software running on our PC. Next up, also we have our RAM. So this RAM was provided by Adata. This is some XPG DDR4. We have 4 sticks of 3200, so that's 32 gigs total. It's got this neat little kind of like gunmetal coloring on the heatsink that'll match really well with the color scheme from our motherboard. And of course we have the RGB lighting on the top. All this is gonna sync really nicely with the Asus Aura software. So the RAM, the graphics card, the motherboard, all the lighting in the case, all that stuff is gonna be synced together. And last up, of course, for storage, Intel Optane memory H10. So this is a hybrid drive, 1 terabyte of QLC NAND and 32 gigabytes of 3D crosspoint memory. That's the Intel Optane technology. These will be combined together for basically a super fast NVMe hard drive. All the games, OS, everything's gonna run off of this. Optane's gonna cache it. Commonly used applications and files are gonna run super fast off the Optane. The QLC, not too bad. You're gonna still get over a gigabyte per second read and write off of the QLC part of the drive. So next step, of course, we gotta grab all these parts and throw them into our case. That'll be the third video in our build log for the ROG Build-Off. And of course, if you want more information about what's going on, what we're doing here, the ROG Build-Off, make sure to check out Asus's website here. Of course, if you can't wait for us to get this super awesome PC together, check out iBUYPOWER.com. You know, we already got some sweet looking PCs with quality parts from Asus and other great companies. I mean, you can get one today, shipped to your house in 2 days. Again, I'm Brad from the iBUYPOWER product team. We're gonna go get started on this build. I gotta check out this case. So of course, stay tuned for the third video in the series, and we'll see you next time.